Okay, in maths today, I would like you to follow my instructions and complete the activities, okay? So before we start, I want you to look at this operation or this symbol, and I want you to think about what does this operation mean? So what does this operation mean? You will have seen it when you've been doing your maths recently. Say it out loud. What does it mean before I show you? Okay, so what does it mean? Let's have a look. Okay, this is the division symbol or the division sign or operation. So division, this sign can mean divide, divided by, divided into, share, share equally, equal groups of. And in maths, you have been learning about sharing and grouping, okay? And we're going to do a bit more today. And it's really important that you understand the different methods for division, so the sharing and the grouping. And we are going to do some problems to help you do that, okay? So we're going to look at some word problems. So today, I want you to be able to read the information and decide what the important information is to work it out. So decide if it is a grouping or a sharing problem and show how you worked it out. And then I also want you to be able to write a number sentence to go with the problem. Right, so let's have a look at the first word problem. I have 12 cookies and I want to share them equally between 3 children. How many cookies does each child get? Right, what is important in that word problem? What does it want us to do? So have a think about it. What's important? Knowing that there are 12 cookies is very important, okay? Knowing that we are going to share them equally between 3 children is also important. And the problem wants us to find out how many does each child get. Is it a sharing or a grouping problem? There's a bit of a clue, isn't there? It is definitely a sharing one because it tells us I want to share them equally. Okay, so we're going to have a go at sharing them and going to show you how to do it. So here are my 12 cookies, okay? This is what we're going to do. So we know that there are 3 children, so I've drawn my 3 faces, and then can you see I've given a cookie to this child, then to this one, and then to this one. And then I'm going to continue sharing them. So now I've given them another cookie each. Then I've given them another cookie, and I have 3 more cookies left, and I'm going to share them out. So I shared them equally. So my number sentence will be 12 because there were 12 cookies altogether. I shared them or divided them between 3 children. And my answer will be 4 because each child gets 4 cookies each. They have an equal amount of cookies. Okay, so that's how we do sharing. Let's have a look at the next problem. I want you to decide if it is a sharing or a grouping problem. So this time there are 25 children in the class and the teacher wants to put them in groups of 5. How many groups will there be? Right, so what's important? Think about it carefully. What do we need to know to help us solve the problem? What does it want us to do? So we know that there are 25 children, that's important, and we know that the teacher wants to put them in groups of 5. How many groups will there be? Now, again, there's a little bit of a clue in the problem. Is it a grouping or a sharing problem? Tell me. It is a grouping one, isn't it? It tells them to put, the teacher knows that she wants to put the children in groups of 5. So that's how we're going to do this problem. We're not sharing, we're putting them in groups. So can you see what I've done? So I'm going to put my 25 children in groups of 5. So instead of drawing children like I've got down here, because that would take me too long, I am going to draw a picture like this. So I've got my group, got my circle here, and these dots inside the circle represent the children. Can you see that I've got 5 children in that group? And then I make another group. How many is that? That's 10 children. Look what I do next. I've made another group. 5, 10, 15 children. Then I've made another group. I have 4 groups. How many children have I got? 5, 10, 15, 20. Can I make another group? I need to group 25 children? Yes, I can. Look what happens. I've got 5 groups now. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. I've grouped all of the children. So my number sentence will be 25 divided by 5. Because there were 25 children, I've put them into groups of 5. Remember, this sign can also mean groups of. There are 5 in each group, and the answer is 5. Okay, because there are 5 groups altogether. Okay, so that is a grouping problem. Now it is your turn to have a little go. I'm going to read this question, and what I want you to do is then pause the video and have a go at working it out in your book. So this is a practice. So there are 15 sweets and 5 children. How many sweets will they each get? So think about it. Think about what's important. What do you need to draw? Is it a grouping problem or is it a sharing problem? So there are 15 sweets and 5 friends. How many sweets will they get each? Okay, think carefully about it. Pause the video and have a go. And then I'll show you the answer. Okay, so your answer should look like this. So can you see what I've done? I know that there were 5 friends, so I've got my 5 faces here, and I want to know, I know that there were 15 sweets, and I want to know how many sweets will they get each. So actually for this one, I need to share the sweets equally between the 5 friends. So I started putting one here, then here, then here, then here, then here, and then I continued until I got to 15. So I can count 5, 10, 15. We know there are 5 children. So I now have solved the problem. I know that that one is a sharing problem. I had 15 sweets. I shared them between 5 children. And the answer, what is the answer? How many sweets will they get each? They have 3 sweets each, so it equals 3. Did you get the same picture as me? Okay, I hope you did. Right, let's have a go at the next one. So we're going to do the same again. I'm going to read it out, you're going to have a little go, and then you're going to check the answer. So this time I have 20 cakes, and I want to put 5 in each box. How many boxes will I need? So what's important? What do I need to do? What shall I draw? Is it a grouping problem or a sharing problem? Think carefully about the difference between sharing and grouping problems. So pause the video, have a little go. Then I'm going to show you the answer. Okay, are you ready to see the answer? I hope you got the same as me. Can you see what I've done this time? So I have 20 cakes and I want to put them in 5 in each box. So I know already that I'm going to put them in groups of 5. So this is a grouping problem. So can you see this is my box? I didn't draw fancy cakes because actually I don't need to do that. I can just use dots or circles or anything to represent the cakes. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in this box. Then I made another group of 5. So now I have 10 cakes. Then I made another group of 5. So now I've got 15. And then I added another group. So now I have 20. So I have grouped the 20 cakes. There are 5 in each box. So my number sentence is 20 divided by 5. Okay, because I've put them into groups of 5. And the answer is 4 because there are 4 groups. I need 4 boxes to put the 20 cakes in. So that's my answer. Okay, so what I'd like you to do today is have a go at the problems that I've uploaded for you. Okay, I would like you to draw a picture to go with each number problem, okay, and I want you to say whether it is a grouping one or a sharing one, and I also want you to do the division number sentence to go with it, okay, and then you can share your work with me.